Welcome back to Stockholm Street Fashion. Have you ever scrolled through Instagram, instantly captivated by that elusive, effortlessly chic look kind of style that whispers expensive without screaming a logo? That feeling of wanting to embody that same serene, polished confidence is exactly what we're diving into today, as we completely unbox and master how Stockholmers dress Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025. Forget the fast fashion frenzy and those fleeting viral trends. We're talking about a style revolution happening right here on the icy streets of Stockholm, a place where practicality meets peak minimalism. We're witnessing the full-scale takeover of quiet luxury, a movement perfected by the Row and recently brought into the mainstream spotlight by the impeccable styling of Sofia Richie. But here's the bold statement. Stockholmers, with their inherent appreciation for enduring design and their brutalist winter climate, have actually been doing this for decades. They're the original masters of the elevated, understated uniform, proving that true luxury isn't about conspicuous consumption, but about the quality and thought behind every single piece. This is your definitive guide to building a Nordic winter-style 2025 wardrobe that's not just warm, but timeless, powerful, and utterly sophisticated, turning heads not with flash, but with flawless execution. We'll show you the exact coats, the precise knitwear, and the essential accessories that define the look, making the harsh Stockholm winter your most stylish season yet. So if you dream of looking effortlessly rich, feeling unbelievably comfortable, and finally mastering a wardrobe that truly lasts, smash that like button right now. Subscribe for more unparalleled access to Stockholm's best-kept fashion secrets. And tell me in the comments, what's your favorite quiet luxury piece you already own? Let's unlock the secret to looking like a million krona in the chillest city in Europe. Now, let's talk about the specific emotional pull of this aesthetic in the context of how Stockholmers dress Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025. What is it about Sofia Richie's recent transformation and the Row's almost monastic approach that so perfectly resonates with the Stockholmers' mindset? It's the aspirational dream of a life well curated. When you see a Stockholmer gliding through Gamla Stan in a perfect, floor-length camel coat, you're not just looking at an outfit. You're looking at a lifestyle built on intention, durability, and a profound respect for materials. The fantasy is one of being unhurried, perfectly prepared for the elements, and radiating an inner confidence that doesn't need external validation. This style offers a solution to the common winter dilemma: how to stay warm without looking like a shapeless marshmallow. The answer lies in sophisticated layering and focusing on texture over color. Think of the tactile pleasure of a heavyweight cashmere scarf against a perfectly structured wool coat, or the subtle shimmer of a silk blend turtleneck peeking out from a merino cardigan. This is the art of dressing for the deep Nordic winter, where every piece serves a dual purpose: maximum warmth and maximum style impact. The bold statement here is that in the world of high-impact fashion, silence is the new loudness. By rejecting loud logos and fleeting micro-trends, Stockholmers and those embracing this specific Nordic winter style 2025 are making a much more powerful statement about personal value, quality over quantity, and an educated eye for true craftsmanship. They are saying, "I know what enduring style is, and I invest in it." This foundation of quality pieces is the only way to truly conquer the cold and look this good doing it, which is the ultimate style win. The core of the Nordic winter style 2025 is truly an exercise in restrained elegance, and for those who dream of looking this put together every day, the key lies in understanding the color palette. It's a study in neutrals, a deliberate rejection of saturation that only reinforces the luxurious textures of the garments themselves. We're not talking about flat, boring neutrals. We're talking about nuanced neutrals. Imagine a rich, creamy ivory that reflects the soft Stockholm sunlight, a deep, warm charcoal gray pulled from the granite of the city's architecture, and a sumptuous camel or chocolate brown that feels like a warm embrace. These aren't just colors. They are foundations for layering that create depth and visual interest without relying on prints or distracting elements. This is where the row influence shines brightest, emphasizing monochromatic or tonally subtle dressing. A charcoal wool trouser paired with a slightly lighter slate gray knit, topped with a deep black elongated coat. It's a study in shadow and light. The magic happens when you introduce a single point of contrast through a texture, a croc-embossed leather boot, or a heavily ribbed knit beanie. The boldness here is in the commitment to simplicity. Most people fear simplicity because they believe it equals boredom, but in the Stockholm context, simplicity is the ultimate canvas for showcasing exceptional tailoring and superior fabric quality. This commitment is the secret to why this style always looks elevated, never underdressed, and it's the non-negotiable step to mastering how Stockholmers dress. Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025. It's the silent, confident uniform of the city's most stylish residents. Our deep dive into the retention sequence begins by focusing on the absolute cornerstone of any successful Nordic winter style 2025 outfit, the outerwear edit. This is where you put your investment, because in the Stockholm winter, your coat is your outfit for 80% of the day. The Stockholmer, inspired by the clean lines of the Row and the chic structure of Sofia Richie's recent looks, always opts for structure and length. We're specifically looking for the oversized but not sloppy full-length wool or cashmere blend coat. Think ankle-grazing lengths that create a commanding, almost dramatic silhouette as you walk. Colors are non-negotiable: deep black, true charcoal, or the classic camel. A key detail to look for is a belted style. The belt cinches the waist, which is vital when wearing so many layers underneath. It creates shape and prevents the silhouette from overwhelming the wearer. A beautifully tailored coat like this with its broad lapels and structured shoulder immediately communicates quiet luxury and is the definitive piece in how Stockholmers dress. Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025. Furthermore, don't overlook the technical parka. For the truly frigid days, Stockholmers seamlessly integrate high-tech warmth with high fashion by choosing minimalist parkas from premium Scandinavian brands, but always in a matte black or deep navy, and never with an excessive amount of visible hardware or logos. The trick is making your practical coat look just as intentional as your dress coat. Moving inward, the second critical layer in mastering how Stockholmers dress. Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025 is the power of the perfect knitwear. This is the workhorse of the look, and the difference between looking merely warm and looking truly luxurious is the gauge and the fiber of your knits. Stockholmers prioritize natural fibrous merino wool, cashmere, and alpaca for their superior warmth-to-weight ratio. The style is heavily influenced by the effortless drape that the Row is famous for. Look for thick, sumptuous turtlenecks that stand up perfectly around the neck, or a slightly oversized, chunky crewneck that drapes beautifully over a crisp trouser. The key here is not tightness, it's volume. An oversized, buttery soft cashmere sweater in a creamy ivory, paired with a matching wool trouser, instantly creates that monochromatic, elevated texture play that is the hallmark of sophisticated Nordic winter style 2025. Don't be afraid to double knit. A thin silk cashmere base layer under a heavier cable knit cardigan is a common and incredibly effective way to manage the temperature swings of a typical Stockholm day. The texture is the thing. A thick rib, a fine gauge, a fuzzy mohair. These variations in the same neutral color palette are what keep the monochromatic look from falling flat, adding a depth that is visually arresting and incredibly cozy. Next, let's turn our attention to the lower half, the trousers and skirts that define the silhouette. This is an area where the Stockholmers' pragmatic sensibility meets the polished vision of Sofia Richie. The dominant silhouette in how Stockholmers dress Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025 is the wide-leg, high-waisted trouser, preferably in a heavyweight wool, sometimes subtly pleated. This cut is perfect because it allows for a layer of thermal leggings underneath without looking bulky, thus solving the winter style and warmth equation. These trousers should break perfectly over a substantial boot or a sleek, pointed flat. The color, again, should be a true neutral, black, charcoal, or dark brown. For those who prefer skirts, the Stockholmer opts for the long, sweeping maxi-length wool or structured leather skirt. When wearing a skirt in the winter, the look is always anchored by tall, tailored leather boots and opaque tights in the exact same color as the skirt, creating a long, uninterrupted vertical line that maintains the overall sense of clean minimalism and quiet luxury. The crisp tailoring of the lower half is essential. It balances the voluminous outerwear and knitwear, keeping the entire look grounded and sophisticated, perfectly aligned with the timeless essence of Nordic winter style 2025. No discussion of how Stockholmers dress Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025 is complete without addressing the critical role of footwear. In a city where navigating ice and slush is a daily reality, Stockholmers have mastered the art of practical, yet impossibly chic, winter boots. The key is to avoid anything fussy or overly embellished. The dominant trend is the sleek, minimalist knee-high boot, often a riding boot style, or a slightly wider calf, but always in a buttery smooth or subtly grained high-quality leather. The heel should be substantial but not overtly high, a block heel, or a slight stacked heel for stability and comfort on the cobbled streets of Gamla Stan. The second essential style is the elevated combat or Chelsea boot, but again, rendered in a sophisticated monochrome style. Think clean lines, a slightly chunky but not overly aggressive sole, and an all-black presentation. Crucially, the leather must be top tier, because in the context of quiet luxury and the practical demands of the Nordic winter, the quality of the materials is what truly signals expense and endurance. The boots are not just a functional item, they are a weighty anchor for the entire outfit, giving the walking silhouette that grounding power that defines the polished Nordic winter style 2025. The devil, as they say, is in the details, and for the Stockholmer embracing Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025, the accessories are the punctuation mark, not the exclamation point. The philosophy is one piece, perfectly executed. The essential accessory in the deep winter is the cashmere scarf. It must be oversized, thick, and in a neutral shade that either perfectly matches the coat for the ultimate monochrome look, or provides a subtle tonally aligned contrast, like a creamy scarf against a camel coat. Look for fringe that is simple and well finished. Second, the handbag. The Stockholmer's bag is generally structured and clean-lined, a classic shoulder bag, a sophisticated tote, or a clean clutch for an evening. The color is always an extension of the neutral palette, black, chocolate, or a rich burgundy. Logos are strictly forbidden. The focus is on the shape and the leather quality. Finally, jewelry is minimal and sculptural. A heavy, simple gold chain, a substantial gold or silver cuff, or a single statement ring. The idea is to accessorize with pieces that feel like future heirlooms, prioritizing weight and material purity over sparkle. This restraint in accessorizing perfectly preserves the uncluttered, quiet confidence that is at the heart of how Stockholmers dress Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025. A vital, yet often overlooked, component of mastering how Stockholmers dress Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025 is the art of layering for interior spaces. The practical reality of the Nordic climate means you transition rapidly from sub-zero temperatures outdoors to warm, cozy interiors in places like the Stockholm City Hall or a quaint Östermalm cafe. Your outfit must be functional in both environments. This is where the third or fourth layer becomes the main event. Stockholmers use thin, tailored pieces that can stand alone. Think of the vest or the quilted liner jacket worn under the main wool coat. When the coat comes off, the veston a refined, non-bulky, dark neutralis a chic layer over a turtleneck. Another excellent strategy is the shirt jacket or a heavy wool overshirt. It's tailored enough to look professional but substantial enough to provide warmth when the coat is hung up. The secret is that every piece must be equally as stylish as the last. There are no ugly inner layers allowed. The combination of a silky base layer, a fine gauge knit, and a structured overshirt ensures you are perfectly dressed, comfortable, and chic whether you're walking along the waterfront or settling in for a fika. This intelligent, multi-layered approach is non-negotiable for true Nordic winter style 2025. To truly embody the spirit of Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025, you must also master the beauty details, hair and makeup. The clothing is quiet, sophisticated, and polished, and the beauty look must reflect that same commitment to effortless perfection. Stockholmers in this aesthetic keep their makeup minimal and focused on a flawless, dewy Basia true, skin-first approach that mimics a healthy, naturally radiant complexion, despite the harsh winter air. The focus is on a perfectly groomed brow, a touch of subtle lip color that's one shade up from natural, and absolutely no heavy contouring. The look is fresh, clean, and healthy. Hair is kept equally simple and polished. Think of a sleek, low bun, a perfectly executed low ponytail, or softly tousled waves that look natural and healthy. The hair and makeup should never compete with the clothes. They should serve as a quiet frame for the overall picture of composure and luxury. A highly polished appearance, a well-maintained manicure, and a healthy glow are what complete the quiet confidence of how Stockholmers dress Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025. The entire look is a testament to the fact that taking meticulous care of oneself is the ultimate form of quiet luxury. So here we are, at the final layer of understanding. We've unboxed the entire playbook for how Stockholmers dress Sofia Richie and the Row-inspired Nordic winter style 2025, moving from the commanding outerwear to the subtle elegance of the accessories and the polished beauty details. The bold statement that started this journey, that Stockholmers are the original masters of this elevated, understated uniform, has been proven through their commitment to quality, their disciplined neutral palette, and their masterful, intentional layering. The emotional aspiration you feel when seeing this style isn't about the price tag. It's about the confidence that comes from knowing every single piece you're wearing is of the highest quality, built to last, and perfectly aligned with a timeless aesthetic. This is the enduring strength of the Stockholm Street Fashion Channel. We don't chase fleeting trends. We uncover the authentic, powerful style that actually defines this city. We give you the keys to building a truly sustainable and sophisticated wardrobe. If this deep dive has inspired you to elevate your own winter look, and if you've realized that your dream of a perfectly curated wardrobe is achievable, then please do me a huge favor. Like this video, share it with a friend who needs this style inspiration, and most importantly, subscribe to Stockholm Street Fashion. We are committed to continuing to bring you the highest quality, most authentic style content from the heart of Nordic design. Tell me in the comments what single piece are you adding to your wardrobe first to master the Nordic winter style 2025. Thank you for watching, and stay stylishly warm.